in the city of angels. Dwight with Mike to the torch from his cradle. Jets from Father, spiritual and bright, guiding the vibes, bring wisdom to the night. Telling a story where hearts connect, from LA to Florida with love and respect. Telling a story with soul to soul. Dwight and Jess, yeah, making a sound.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tell 'em the Story. Oh my God! So this is week 6 for us. Super excited, guys. We're pumped because Jess and I have our second guest. Okay, our second guest. But as you know, we have to sage our space before we get started. But Jess, you have wood there. What is that? What is that?
I have Palo Santo. Finally, I've upgraded from the sage that was so beyond its last leg. So I got some Palo Santo, which is really great for bringing in abundance. Everyone, we are bringing in the abundance, we're calling it, and also creativity and more positivity. So a little different than sage. So we are activating some of that higher vibrational energy.
And I'm still over here saging away. Okay.
I love it. So good.
But I'm actually very excited because today's guest is someone that I have not had the honor of meeting in person yet. However, we've become very great friends on social media. We have Brown Skin, who is an activist, but also an influencer on some really cool social media apps. Welcome to the show, Brown Skin. Thank you for being here.
Hey, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, like we've been talking about doing something together outside of the Bigo TikTok world for a while. So it's really cool to have the chance to do it here with our new podcast, Tell 'em the Story. So today we're going to be talking all about the 90s. But before we get there, I want to know how your week has been, everybody. Like, what have you been up to this past week? What's new?
I'm ready for Halloween.
You're ready for Halloween? Yes.
Sorry to jump in, Brown Skin, but yeah.
Speaking of 90s, though, I really do want you to be Brenda Walsh for our Halloween episode. So bad.
Why Brenda?
Because Shannon, my girl. So Brenda Walsh is my favorite character of all time from any television show. I love me some Brenda Walsh. I named my Jeep Dylan because of Brenda and Dylan.
I can't. I need to get on to watching 90210. Never got to that. I guess we'll, talk about it, but yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely talking about it.
But you said Brenda, but like I get like Punky Brewster.
Yeah, but it's Halloween. She's gonna dress up.
I know Punky Brewster.
I don't even know who Punky Brewster is. Isn't that terrible?
Oh my gosh.
You gotta see Punky Brewster. She's cool.
She was a cool chick.
She was a cool chick.
Okay. All right. As long as she was a cool chick.
It was Punky Brewster before there was, what's her name? And who was the boss? You know what I'm saying? It was
God, I can't.
Melissa, yeah.
Punky,
the girl who played Punky Brewster, she was the it girl before her. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha.
Well, they did a reboot of Punky Brewster. It was like on Disney, I think.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Because it was a cool. She was like runaway, adopted by really older guy. It was a love story of that kind of thing. It was like a mean guy.
Not a robot. Oh, I'm thinking of Small Wonder.
Now I'm so confused.
Oh my God! Yes. But before we get it, because we're getting into 90s early on. Did you all read what I sent you on Instagram? So there's this new trend where people are decorating the inside of their refrigerators. So literally taking whatnots and creating things. The woman had a Bridgerton theme inside her fridge. What are your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna let Brown Skin go first. I'm gonna let Brown Skin, take it over.
Okay, I would love to. So when I got this interesting thing from my friend here, it was not shocking. I was like, this is right up his alley, and I'm pretty sure he's thinking of ways to decorate his refrigerator. I will not, but it was interesting, if you want to decorate. I mean, Sure, why not? Like,
Okay,
you know,
if I were to decorate it though, what do you think I'm gonna do in my refrigerator? Because I did think about it.
I know you did. I know you would do this.
But what do you think I would put in my fridge?
I would hope that is going to be a lot of mama in there, a lot of sister, and then that kind of thing. And I could see some flowers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And a few other like choices. You know, I want to say choices.
I just feel like we need to give context though for anybody out there who's not seen this. This is literally when you are, well, no, I only say that because like, let's really like paint the visual here that this is literally people who are decorating their fridge to look like the inside of a dollhouse, like where you put candles, where you put lights, where you literally then
or
organize
like your grandmother's
food.
living room.
Right, like your
and it's really like to the point where it's like another living room inside of your refrigerator.
Yes. I want to know who has. So I just have to say, my mom watched this. First off, I watched this and I said, "This is the most ridiculous thing ever." And then my mom saw it and she's like, "Absolutely love it." She goes, "Clearly though, this woman has too much time on her hands." And then my mom was like, "But I feel like we should open up a business and do it here in Florida and we'll be the first ones." And she's like, "I love it." And so now my mom, so today, like literally, because this podcast will air before Halloween, I was getting Halloween decorations and my mom literally said like, "Oh, is this going to go in the fridge? Like, can we put this in the fridge?" Oh my God,
a Halloween fridge. Mm-hmm. So I'm open to doing it for this reason. It's because I don't grocery shop a lot. Right. So my fridge is always bare. So if I were to decorate the inside of my refrigerator, like it would have something there. And interesting enough, you're saying put my mom, my sister. I actually was not thinking that. What I was going to do with my refrigerator was Club Renaissance. Beyonce's Renaissance, like the metallic.
Oh my
God.
Disco ball.
What if it's sang? What if it's sang like
and
Beyonce's
then like
songs?
have her in the middle, and then I could put some bees with the honey. Like I could, because like honey would be, because some condiments and things you have all the time. Like
do you refrigerate honey though? I don't know if you do.
No, but for the purposes of this, I would, because of the bees. Like
the
beehive, or another idea I had for it. I'm all about politics right now. You know, I have my say what with politics. With my daytime show Overslept on TikTok, I'm all about like this political thing and like getting people out to vote. I was like, what if I decorated it with political artifacts, like things like I could have Kamala Harris like on one side and then have a clown on the other, and then have like Barack Obama on one shelf along with like Michelle, and then I could have like Jackie and Jack on somewhere else in it, and then I could have like all these like presidential things and like a flag, or even I could decorate it like the White House. Like imagine like it's
that would be cool.
The White House, you know? So these are some ideas I have within my head. I
would not be able to do anything political. What about for you, Rottenskin? How would you decorate your fridge?
Okay, if I did decorate my refrigerator, let's just say only adults can open up the refrigerator, period, because it'll be like one of them like S&M clubs or
not
something.
Like a BDSM, like
yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of like whips and chains and that kind of thing, and like dog collars or like, you know, dildos or stuff like that. Like, yeah.
I can't.
Imagine someone coming over and the kid's going to open and you're like, no, don't go in the fridge. Don't go in the fridge.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, seriously.
No, Jess, I'm with your mom though. I think y'all should open up a business. I think that's a great idea, actually.
No.
Like having because I don't know if I could.
I don't want to support this.
I would hire someone.
If she wants, it'd be like a mother and daughter thing to do. It'd be a cute thing.
It'd be a mother. It'd be a mother and mother.
You could do crystals.
Yes, I could do crystals. I can make it super like boho, like have a whole vibe, maybe a Volkswagen bus in there in the mix. You know, I have a hard time cleaning my fridge out. And I like really I get so like grossed. Like I'm very like, I don't keep things for a while, but sometimes it happens, right? So like for me, like to add decoration into already like cleaning it and taking care and organizing it, like
you know what, that brings up a good point.
But if you put crystals in there, it's gonna help the things last. Like people are like, my milk didn't sour because I had black onyx next to it.
No. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you're bad. You're bad. See, she brings a good point. You're bad because yeah. Because I am, you know, I should do this with your mom because if I came with her, I'm gonna throw away all the nonsense. Why is this like the little bit of ketchup? Throw this away.
Mm-hmm.
No, like I'm throwing things away. What it drives me insane when I go to family houses and they're like, "Oh, go in the refrigerator and pass me this or something." I'm like, and I'm seeing little bits and leftover food and like, what is this? It drives me nuts.
Oh my God, you literally just called me out because I literally had a yogurt that I've had open that I've had a little bit like left. And I'm like, why is this still in here? And it was still fine. It was fresh, but like so I feel like there's a dual purpose here. One is that you're going to clean the fridge, and two is that then we're going to decorate. So maybe the decoration will inspire to keep the fridge clean and organized. I just don't know. I mean, also too, no offense, I don't know how many people I want looking in my fridge.
Well, that's my fear. Honestly, my only fear I would have is if someone comes over and they're looking for something and they mess up my decorations because they can't.
Right.
And they move Beyonce's stage over to the left, or they, accidentally knock Blue Ivy over. They knock Blue Ivy over in the yogurt, or or Jay-Z falls over next to the salon side, and they have a whole fight within the refrigerator versus the elevator now. Like this could be a catastrophe if we're not careful. Like if someone comes over looking for things in the fridge, that's my only thing. Or imagine coming home drunk and you're trying to get your pizza rustica.
Baby, let's not talk about that.
And you accidentally eat an action figure thinking it's a popsicle.
Or like you've like somehow like really decorated like where you're storing the cheese or something, and then you're like you can't get in it because you're just like a little bit intoxicated and you're like, wait, what? And you just it's also, is it convenient? No, I don't want to reach if I'm wanting to have like, I don't know, some food, if I'm like, out and having a good time, I don't want to reach behind a candle or Beyonce's stage or, or maybe some BBM, whatever, like, I don't know if I want to like, I don't know if I want to like work around that, Yeah, I don't know if I want to like work around that. I'm not quite sure. I really don't know if like that seems like an inconvenience, really.
I wonder whose bright idea was it to do this though? Like, and I love the article was like, the story was like the new trend. I'm like, I've never seen this trend in my entire life.
It has to be some kind of Monster Stewart acid person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta do something decorative with this refrigerator. It's just too bare.
Are they? I could see this becoming popular during the pandemic when we had nothing to do.
Yes.
I could see it becoming like a challenge then, like decorate your refrigerator.
I just thought about something. I got a lot of friends that get high. They would go on my refrigerator and sit there and play with everything. And just have my refrigerator door open the whole time.
Yeah, I have a hard time always closing the fridge door. So that's really, it wouldn't be conducive, especially if I had like some like,
But it could be a fun, like, think about if you have kids though, like my nephews would love a Sonic fridge. Like if we did a Sonic the Hedgehog fridge and like sat and decorated. I mean, I think the fridge would be open all the time because they'd want to go and play inside the refrigerator or show everyone. But like, I don't know. I definitely think that it's odd, but I also kind of think it's kind of cool. Like imagine Valentine's Day, you come home from work and your special someone has decorated the entire refrigerator with like all these like beautiful, like romantic.
That's actually sweet. That's actually really sweet.
They have like roses inside the refrigerator, like candy hearts, or it's your face that's killing me right now, brown skin. If you guys, if you're listening to this, make sure you go and watch this episode as well on our YouTube, because Brown skin face right now as I'm describing my dream Valentine's Day.
I was so into this.
Yeah,
too.
like, and imagine
really
like sitting with the refrigerator open. You know how you like sit in front of like the fireplace together?
Look at Dwight's eyes right now. They're like looking up,
looking in the refrigerator together.
They're like a Disney character.
And it's just, and you can reach for the charcuterie board like right there in the fridge, and the cheese and the white. It's just, it could be really romantic. Maybe even put an iPad in there. You can watch a Netflix movie together. It's literally Netflix and chill.
I'm dying over here, y'all. You guys, the reason why I'm not laughing is I'm dying over here. You know what I'm saying? You guys listening to this. I'm like, what? No. Like, you know, I mean, honestly, like, we seen this, like, come on. It's a joke, you know what I'm saying? To like sit there.
I don't think it is to this woman that we watched on Instagram.
If she's listening to this, she's like, what do you mean it's a joke?
I want to sit there and be romantic in front of my refrigerator with my partner and eat off charcuterie boards and friend.
Right, and on that, let's take a commercial break.
Greetings, Inspired community. It's Jess with Just Be Inspired. If you're looking to bring balance and positivity into your life, I'm here to support you. Through my Reiki sessions and handpicked selected of healing crystals, I will help to guide and align your mind, body, chakras, and spirit. Whether you're new to energy work or have been on this journey of healing for a while, I have the tools to help you feel centered and empowered. Visit JessBeInspired.com or follow me at JessBeInspired, and let's heal together. I can't wait to help you stay inspired.
So we are back from the commercial break where Dwight is about to do my least favorite part of the show, which is, go ahead, Dwight.
Name that story.
All right, and just to let you know again, brown skin, I really dread this moment, and I like that I have help when we have a guest, but we are going to let Dwight get through all of the clues, and we'll see. But yeah, let's
you hate
go
this
for
part.
it.
You get it right every single week.
You say that, and then that makes me more anxious that this is going to be the week that I don't get it right. So
So let's dive into it. All right. So
okay, give me a minute.
Name that story. So here we go.
All
So
right.
it's set in a wealthy high school in Beverly Hills, centered around a popular and fashion-forward teenager. All right. The main character is known for an iconic catchphrase like "as if," and her impeccable sense of style. It's a modern adaptation of a classic Jane Austen book with a 90s twist. The protagonist is initially self-absorbed, but learns valuable lessons about friendship, love, and empathy. It features a makeover storyline where a new girl is transformed into a popular student. The protagonist plays a matchmaker for her friends, but eventually realizes she wants love for herself. Known for its vibrant fashion, memorable quotes, and witty dialogue, the movie became a cultural phenomenon in the 90s.
Yes.
Go for it, brown skin.
What story is it?
Clueless.
Woo!
Clueless! Woo!
Clueless.
I loved Clueless so much. I was
so good.
And I was too young in the sense of like I was 10, I think, at the time. I don't know. And I was dressing like Clueless. Like my mom was so sweet and supporting me at this time. I mean, she's always been in my front row, but like I remember distinctly like having like this skirt and everything that was, you know, what is that plaid pattern, and then like the bags, the accessories. Forget about it. Yes. And it's so funny because she's like, what did you have to skin a collie to get that bag, right? Or like skin a collie. And I literally still have like a bag that like looks like that now. And I'm like, I'm rocking it. I don't care. Yeah.
Did you guys see the Golden Girls remake of it?
Yes, you sent me the Instagram. Yes.
Yeah, the Golden Girls did like a it was for the MTV Movie Awards, and they did like a little sketch of it. The author, but the others when they all were with us, yeah, it was so cute. But no, Clueless was amazing. You know what I liked about Clueless as well? Although Cher was self-absorbed, it's one of the few movies where the popular girl is actually nice. Like, Cher was nice.
Yeah,
She wasn't a mean girl, you know? And oftentimes with movies, like, they try to make them mean girls. And I really like the fact that Cher was actually still nice. Like, remember she was giving away, like, the skis for, like, the charity. And her dad's like, I don't think anyone's going to, like, ski. And she goes, they lost everything, Dad. Like, she was just so determined to help everybody. And even like when Ty came, they weren't like mean to her in the beginning or at all. They were like, we want to give her a makeover, make her popular. We want to be her friend. So I really appreciated that. And the fashion was amazing. I didn't understand why she didn't like Elton though. I thought he was really cute personally.
But at the same time though, like that storyline right there when they made her over is kind of like catch-22. Because why does she have to be like you guys? Why couldn't she just still be her grungy self and still hang out with you guys? You know what I'm saying?
Beverly Hills.
Good.
What?
Dwight is pulling a chair and Dion moment right here. You're pulling a chair.
I almost wore my Beverly Hills hat, but I wore it on an episode already. Because it's Beverly Hills. Like, that's why.
But she was totally fab the way she was before.
We didn't say she was. I mean, they didn't say she wasn't fab. They just wanted her.
But they basically did. Yeah, they basically did. And they also wouldn't allow her to date the guy that she was really into.
She couldn't date. No. Oh, SF. No.
See, I knew it.
But then I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler alert, but they end up together at the end and they're so cute.
Yes, and she ends up having a change of heart and Cher approves it.
I'm with brown skin on this though. Go ahead.
Cher ends up dating her brother.
But it wasn't until everything
that part was
like
so weird.
hit the fan and everybody started like growing up a little bit and realizing that they don't have to fit in so much of a social norm and be themselves and have their own identity. Her best friend and like letting her boyfriend be himself. You know what I'm saying? He was always trying to be himself and she was always trying to convince him to do other things. And then she had to realize if I let him be him and let him love me the way he is, hello, that's awesome.
I mean, we were 16. I mean, they were 16.
Well, that's what all I'm saying is that like it helped them like get to the point of graduation and change. Even Cher changed her wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? Even she changed her look. You know, she was like, wait, I don't have to. Remember?
She started wearing the jeans and starting to get a little bit more down to earth because she thought that she had to then care about worldly events. Remember watching TV?
I have to watch this again because I don't remember
I will watch it tonight. Yeah.
When did she change her wardrobe?
She just gradually.
When after the party, when the girl they changed over read her. Yeah, that's when she started like changing her look.
I thought she changed because she was sad, not because she was like trying to be someone new. I thought she was
no. She started thinking. Remember,
I love that you said that Ty read her. I love
that. She did. She read her.
She said you're a virgin that can't drive.
Yes, and like walked away. It was so cute.
It was so hard.
See, I didn't want to say, so for people that's listening, I didn't want to say because I'm really bad. I know like movies like the back of my hand. So it's like, I don't want to tell you guys the entire movie because
if they have not seen this movie at this point in life,
they might need a spoiler alert.
If you have not seen Clueless, I'm judging you right now. It's amazing.
You know what's so sweet is that one of my friends actually did Alicia Silverstone's makeup recently, and so that she like was really nervous to like meet her because of just Clueless and the iconic energy, and said that she was like the most down to earth sweet soul. Yeah.
I can get that from her. Yeah.
Did you know Reese Witherspoon was up for that role?
No, that would have been a good choice though too. I mean, I think that they
was up for the Cher role.
I mean, I think that obviously Alicia did an amazing job, but that would have been a great, But you bring up an interesting point, Brownskin, of like, I think that now it would be so different where we wouldn't try. Like, I would love to see Clueless now in 2024 where we don't change anything.
It would be called Clueless. It'd be called Woke.
Yes, it would. Yes, because I don't know if that would fit in the same way of like, it would be literally like, let's just embrace everybody. And like, so we can think about that. Like, I don't know. I'm curious. I'm going to look up when Clueless exactly like launched, but like now to fast forward, that wouldn't be what the
it was
movie would be about.
95 or 96.
I'm gonna see it. Yeah. I just feel like that would be not what would be socially acceptable.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that no more.
It wouldn't be. Yeah. And Ty would have beat them up for trying to change it.
You know, honestly,
1995, July 19th, 1995.
I was right. Woo! I know my 90s, baby.
Oh my God, I was 11. Wow. Go ahead. Yeah, go for it.
I was 5.
No, I was gonna say, I could see like Cher doing some kind of like activism now. Like she's some like lawyer that like, you know, look out for like the small guy or like something like that.
That's what she would grow up into. I can see that.
And then maybe like her kid is like, she like one of her children is like going to like the way she was before. You know what I'm saying? They kind of have that dynamic back and forth kind of thing in the movie.
Oh my God. I feel like the kid would read her like Ty did and say, "You married your brother."
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you were a virgin that married your brother.
Right, you know, her dad had all that money. So I mean, you know, because today's kids with all this money, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of them, you know, feel like they need to go out and like work and stuff. So maybe, you know, that become like her dynamic in the story a little bit, you know.
This is trying to teach the child how to work.
Maybe. What other elements of the 90s did you all love? So we have a mutual affection for Clueless. Well, who's your favorite artist?
That's a good one.
An artist of the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I loved Aaliyah. Like, I was a diehard Aaliyah fan. Oh my God. I'm
like,
still crushed.
like, really?
Aaliyah was definitely
TLC.
like, yeah. Oh, TLC.
Escape for me.
Escape. Okay.
I also, oh my God, what? Ace of Base? Dwight?
Oh, Ace of Base. I saw a sign that opened up my eyes. I saw a sign.
Me and Dwight love it.
I did a song called
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
For my science report, I did I Saw a Galaxy to the Ace of Base. Yes, to the Ace of Base.
Give me a line. I need a line. Do you remember?
I saw a galaxy that opened up my eyes. I saw a galaxy. Like, I literally did a whole song and performed it in front of the whole classroom. It was hilarious.
I love it.
I got an A+. I've always found a way to bring my like creativity into every subject. Like from science, math, everything. Like I for like a book report once, I wrote a script. Like I made the book into a movie, and my teacher let the whole class like read it like out loud and assign parts. Like I just have always just been, you know, creative in that sense. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's your Libra ascending, your Libra rising.
That's my Libra ascending. Brownskin, do you know your rising sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
We have triple Capricorn.
We have triple Capricorns on the show tonight.
Wow. Wow. I love that. Yeah. I love that you brought up Red Hot Chili Peppers because I was supposed to see them actually just recently. And unfortunately I got sick, so I wasn't able to go. But Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know what's so interesting is I feel like we don't have music like we used to, like in that way.
No.
Like these bands and, you know, like the generations are missing out on that for sure.
Really are. And I know he's like, you know, problematic now, but I had a crush on Kid Rock when I was in the 90s too.
I feel like that's even early 2000s though, Kid Rock too.
Was it?
That's where I feel like, does anybody else feel like this out there that like the 90s like kind of start to blend into like the 2000s, like the early 2000s?
Was it 2000s? When was singled out?
You know what? I blame Britney Spears for that.
Really? Why?
I blame Britney and I blame Christina Aguilera because like when they came along, you know what I'm saying? It was like, and Jessica Simpson's, and it was just like we just started slowly.
Don't forget Sister Rabbit.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just like we just started slowly going into that age, and then Jennifer Lopez and all of them who were in the 90s started catching on to the chain of going into that style of music and pop. It was more pop in the 2000s, and where we left R&B, soul, jazz, reggae. We left all of the stuff that made the bits and pieces of music, and we moved over into pop. And then we went into techno and video voice sound making, and you know what I'm saying? So that's really what happened to me.
I love that we're blaming the downfall of this into pop and Britney Spears. I love this.
And Christina Aguilera. Oh my God, that's crazy. Don't forget,
I love you, Britney, but I'm just saying.
It's so
NSYNC
true,
contributed as well, and also the Backstreet Boys.
Mm. True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that is true.
I just seen it go like that way. Like it was everything just started getting like really popular into pop, and those were the leads, and then oh my God, how many boy bands do we have to have in 2000?
Yes, so many. And we also too, like 90s, we had grunge, we had Nirvana, we had Pearl Jam.
Remember the Calvin Klein ads in the 90s?
Oh my God, don't.
That was also the supermodel era too.
Yes.
And I think supermodels went away because of Tyra Banks and America's Next Top Model, which was 2000s. Oh my God, 2000s killed the 90s. It's Y2K killed the 90s.
Y2K. Yeah. Do you all remember? Well, I feel like we should save this for the next part. We come back. Where were you when the Y2K?
The producers are doing this right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Are you missing the wit and charm of Sex and the City? Well, get ready for a fresh twist with Just 1 Minute, the micro series on TikTok that's serving up all the drama, love, and laughs you crave. Join me, Dwight Allen O'Neill, as I navigate life, love, and everything in between, 1 minute at a time. It's just like Sex and the City, but quicker, edgier, and made for TikTok. Follow O'Neill Appeal and indulge in the new series everyone's talking about, Just 1 Minute, because who says you need an hour to tell a great story? Alrighty, so we are back, and where were you on December the 31st, 1999, when we all knew was happening? 2000 party over, oops, out of time.
I feel so bad to share this because if my mom listens to this episode, I totally was sneaking out and not where I said I was gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was not a great kid when I was like a teenager.
I mean, you were making out with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I know. I started off strong. And then younger than that. I was actually 11.
No, Brown. You have to hear the story. It's the 90s. It's appropriate. So Jess's first kiss was with Leonardo DiCaprio.
It's going to be an episode.
Yeah. So
meeting famous people.
Yeah.
Tell me a story about meeting famous people.
When she met him, he went to hug you and you turned your face or something, and he kissed you. Yeah, so she.
No. He went to kiss me. No.
Oh, he went to kiss you on the cheek.
Yes.
And you turned your face.
No. He meant to kiss me on the lips. It was super intentional.
Really?
Yes, Dwight. Yes.
I've always thought you turned your face.
No. Well, okay. Technically, I was 12. Sorry, I was 12.
Okay. Wait. How do we get to be around Leonardo DiCaprio? What happened? Like what?
We have to save that for whole thing.
Yeah, that's a whole episode.
It involves a radio station, knowing where he was at, then followed by my mother pulling her magic, and us getting into a VIP club, and then me meeting him. And no, he went in for a full-on kiss. It was not a. No.
Oh, I always thought you turned your face.
Nope.
Jess, you were a bad girl.
I'm telling you, I blame it on Leo. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, so.
So Y2K though, I was Y2K. So Y2K, really quickly, Y2K, I remember because it wasn't a big thing that like the whole world was gonna end. Wasn't that like the whole thing with it, right?
Yeah, the world was gonna end. My mom made me go to church because she thought the world was gonna end. I was at church.
Well,
everything's gonna shut down. Technology was gonna crash.
Yes. I was supposedly at my girlfriend's house, but we went to a high school party and all of us were there, not drinking in any type of alcoholic beverages, of course not. But we were all there. Yeah, exactly. And I remember though, like when the moment happened, the whole party was like, and then it just resumed. It was like, but it was a moment where we were like, what's gonna happen? And like part of us all knew, I think I mean, I don't know, but part of us, I think, did know that like it wasn't going to, but we still had that fear, you know?
Yeah.
And that was, and it was just like, all right, let's keep partying. And that was the story. Yeah.
I was at church, but I was supposed to be, oh God, this is such a horrible story, but it doesn't have a happy ending.
Oh
but
gosh.
My second job, I worked at this place, like it was kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, but it had a different name. It was a local chain. And so it was called Kid Sports. And one of the coaches that worked there, he was like in his 20s, I guess. Coach Ron, very attractive guy, but straight guy, so I thought. And so like he was kind of like a big brother to me and like one of my best friends that we worked together. And so on the night of New Year's, he wanted us to hang out and go to the movies, and like we were gonna have like a hangout at his party. I was like 16 I was 15, about to turn 16. We were supposed to eat like nachos and just hang out. My mom was like, no, you're going to church. The world's going to end. You're going to church. And why is this grown man trying to hang out with teenagers? And I'm like, Mommy, like, what do you mean? So fast forward, maybe 5 years later, I'm out and I'm with friends and we're like talking and they're like, his name comes up. And I'm like, wait, they're like, he's gay. And I'm like, he's what? They're like, yeah, he's gay. I'm like, wait. I think he was trying to sleep with me when I was 15 because hindsight, I'm like, why would you want to hang out with me like that? and then I got mad at my mom all over again because he was hot.
I love you.
But fast forward, the story, there's more.
Oh, no.
So then fast forward a couple years later, we find out that this guy was like messing with children.
Oh my God.
Yes.
So
I'm like,
the Lord and
yes,
Jesus and faith saved
you.
Saved me.
Mm-hmm.
Saved me.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
And
Y2K.
Like, in prison. It's so sad.
Wow.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but I just love that we went from like
right.
Yeah. 360.
Ross, where were you?
Oh my goodness.
My mom was acting like Cher. I was tired going to church.
Honestly, I was before I answer the question, I want to say, like, I love you because, like, seriously, you are so oblivious to people hitting on you. You just do not know.
I really don't.
I need somebody to be there with my friend to translate when people are trying to holler at him. Like, seriously. Okay, so no, for me, okay. Whew. All right. Full honesty. Okay. So me and my best friend decided we're just gonna hang out. So we went and got some liquor, went out and like just got drunk and just started chilling, getting drunk on the porch, like listening to music, having a good time, And so we're like my mom's house at the time was sitting on this block or whatever. So we're at the corner, counting down. We're like getting scared. We're like, what's gonna happen? This light's gonna go out or whatever. So then we counted down and nothing happens. And we start screaming and we're like, woo, all that kind of stuff. It was all a good thing. And this guy that we seen earlier came back around to hang out with us or whatever. So I was hooking up after.
Oh, I love it.
So
you were celebrating.
So we had someone hooking up, someone sneaking out of the house, and someone at church.
And we all survived Y2K. Quickly, going back to 90s, when was that? Was it TGIF? Was that the 90s too? That was the 90s,
yeah,
right?
TGIF was the 90s.
TGIF.
Yes.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yes. Oh my God. What was your favorite show?
Oh God. Go for it. Yeah.
Full House still is mine.
Boy Meets World.
Full House, man.
I had the biggest crush on Ben and Fred Savage. Like, I still have a crush on them, actually. Like, and Ben Savage is now in politics. He's so hot, he makes my teeth sweat.
I can't right now. I think, what is it? Was it Family Matters and Step by Step?
Yes, Family Matters, Step by Step.
Oh.
Full House. It was just a magical time to be alive. Like Friday nights were the best. Ordering Pizza Hut.
Yes.
And then this TGIF was like literally was my highlight. I looked forward to it every week. I was ready for Friday because my sister babysat for my teacher, and my teacher had a second job, which shows America. We got to increase our teachers' pay. Her second job was at Pizza Hut on the weekends, and so she would always give us free pizza. At one point, I was so tired of eating Pizza Hut because we ate Pizza Hut so much. Like every Friday we would get Pizza Hut and we would watch TGIF. It was the best.
So good.
So cool.
I can't have Pizza Hut right now. It's really sad with my diet restrictions, but I loved Pizza Hut so bad. And I remember we did bring this up in one episode. It's like we're going to Pizza Hut was like a thing. Like now it's just like fast food or like whatever. But it's like,
you would go would go and sit down inside and like eat and like they used to have like the lunch buffet, which was really cool, and like it would be a family thing, and like you get unlimited free drinks, like free refills, and like now Pizza Huts, they don't have restaurants. It's like a window. You go in, you get it, and go home.
It's so depressing.
It's very depressing.
But I do feel like the 90s are coming back. Like you see it with like trends with like fashion where like I feel like the pants, the styles, but we're still like making it our own, and even like the Doc Martens, but you know, the Mary Janes. I think that like all of the 90s is now becoming like in again, you know?
Yeah.
Like even today I bought myself like a really super brown lipstick. It's totally faded by now, but I bought, and I was like, this is so 90s. Like even like that classic, like that makeup look was just such a different vibe that I think is like so much fun to embrace.
Yes, definitely.
Do you remember those movies that would come on like NBC? And a lot of these movies now live on Lifetime. But like one of my favorites was No One Would Tell with like Fred Savage and Candace Cameron. And it was about the girl, like she was dating the guy and he was abusive, and he like wrestled on like the wrestling team, and like he used to like abuse her, and eventually what happened was like he ended up killing her, and I cried for days.
Wasn't that a true story? Because
it was based on a true story, but the actors were Mr. Small Wonder. What's the show? Was it Small Wonder? No.
Boy Meets World.
No. The brother, the other brother. It was a show that took place back in the 50s.
Oh shoot!
And he was in love with Winnie. Remember Winnie?
They did the remake.
Oh my god! What is that?
They did the remake.
Oh,
they did.
My gosh, we're all drawing a blank right now.
Oh my god! Well, he was in that, and then also, you know, she was on Full House. So seeing him play like a bad boy, who I crushed on heavily. I mean, obviously, I was married to Ben, but I had a crush on Fred. What was the show?
The Wonder Years.
The Wonder Years. I was close. There was a wonder. But like in seeing, I honestly thought that DJ was dead. Like I had to watch Full House reruns for weeks to like forget that she had died in this movie. And then I think the best part of this movie is, and I have to send you guys a clip, it's at the end, because Sally Jesse Raphael plays the judge that's like sentencing him. And
Sally Jesse Raphael, sorry.
And it's so like one of those corny, like Lifetime movies. When she's sentencing him, she looks at like the courtroom. She goes, "You all are guilty. You all knew what he was doing to her." And like it's all the kids from the school, and no one would tell. And that was the name of it. And she was wow. "You could have saved her life. You could have done da 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 da." And like as an adult, when I went back to watch it, I'm like, why are you talking to them? He's the guilty one. But I used to love to watch those movies that would come on Friday nights, you know, with the message.
I'm going to say the movie that like sticks out for me that I thought the little boy died because that's how good the movie was, and I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, no.
Was the story of the little boy who had HIV, and he was going to school, and they had to like,
Was it
it was like a big deal about him like going to school, and they had to like get permission, they had to go to courts and everything.
Was it Ryan White? The Ryan White story?
No, it's I forgot the name of the story, this movie, the name of it. But it was the little kid with the big ears. He's grown up now. He's an adult now. But I forgot his name. Let me Google.
That was like a big thing, right? The 90s, like HIV, right? Like that was like a huge thing.
Yeah, Magic Johnson came. Well, it was revealed, I think, in 92, 93, about his status. I'm actually working on a period piece movie right now. And it takes place in the 90s. So I'm having to do a lot of research about like HIV and AIDS specifically, also research around like fashions and music and things like that. Something else I loved in the 90s too that we didn't talk about was Beverly Hills 90210. Like, so obsessed with that show. Still to this day.
I still have to get into it and just watch it. It's so beautiful though, if you think about where we were in the 90s with HIV and now where we are. Like, it's just so, it's like the one, I feel like, disease that's like, it gives me like hope and inspiration for like cancer or anything else, because it just is like, it was such a taboo thing. A taboo thing, that the fact that now we're like in such a different place with it. I'm not trying to discredit it or say it's not as serious, but the fact that we've, found different medications and resources.
And we have like PrEP, which is preventative. You can take medicine now and be undetectable. Like, it's gone. We've come so far considering where it was.
It's so inspiring.
It is the Ryan White story. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a Ryan White story.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think that's it. I was like, no. I was thinking, when I hear Ryan White, I always get that one confused with the young man who was murdered. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah. So Ryan White, and this story, I thought he died. It was such a touching story. Oh. And I thought that the boy, to him, died. And then when I saw him later in life, I said, wait, whoa. I thought, and it was just like, it was a story, it's a movie, It
was a moment. It was a moment.
Yeah. It was so touching and real and deep. You know what I'm saying? And then with HIV and AIDS and all that kind of thing, I think a lot of things, where we came so far as medication, but we haven't come in education. You know what I'm saying? Because there are so many people uneducated to this day around the community. The community and our
stigma.
Allies are educated or becoming educated and becoming aware of the medicines and of HIV and how it affects the body. But outside of that, people still call HIV AIDS.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about how it works, how it affects the body. They don't know nothing. And so there are still people to this day who don't want to eat off the same plate that you touched off of, or that kind of a thing. That's still going on.
100%, because there isn't enough education. It's just like, let's just celebrate the moment that we have the medication, but let's take the time to also educate. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
And sadly, I had a relative who was infected, and I wasn't allowed to hang around him or see him. And this poor man, my relative, just died in his room. Wow. We weren't allowed to go in there. We weren't, So the family was 2 feet away, and to die in a space and be treated like you're, it was very sad,
It's really sad. It's unfortunate. Whew. Well, I hope that we start to educate and learn, and, that we can, I wonder where we'll even be with COVID in 20 years. Can you imagine what people are going to be saying about COVID? Not to compare, but that's going to be really interesting to see where we're at in just the medical field. But you're right. And all of these things, we need education.
Yes.
We need education.
It's so key with so many different things. And also, asking questions. I think oftentimes people are afraid to ask questions, and I'm gonna look stupid, or it's a stupid question.
Right.
It's knowledge, and you need to know. And then also, Google is your friend. Is your friend. Google things, and then ask doctors or ask a professional to verify. Because Dr. MD will have WebMD will have you thinking because you have a cough that you're about to lose your whole eyeball. You know, because WebMD.
I stay away from all of that. I just am like, no, I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah.
I was about to say, because when you said, we were talking, I was like, yeah, Google, but at the same time, like, you are not a Googleologist, but a Googleologist out there who know what they're talking about, because I saw it on Google. It says it on Google. It got to be true. You're Googleologist, people. No,
that's ChatGPT. She know everything.
Okay, like, come on.
So even that can be wrong.
Google can pick up wrong information just as much as anything else. Do your research. Do a little bit more information. Dig a little deeper in some of these things that you really want to know, because you don't want to be sitting somewhere having a conversation and sharing misinformation or old information. Because when anything in medication and in all things, medication changes because viruses change. Mm-hmm. They become stronger. They become sometimes they become weaker. So a lot of medications don't be on the market anymore because we have something that's a little bit better. You know. And another thing is that for those people out there who always like go to the doctor for every time they get a cold, penicillin is a miracle drug, and the thing about penicillin is that for our bodies, remember, your body gets used to things. So if you're constantly taking penicillin and you're going to get sick one day, your body might not react to the penicillin anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you might want to slow down on the penicillin, and let your body just go through the motions of the cold without going to the doctor for the penicillin.
I can't take NyQuil. I'm immune to NyQuil. I took it so much in my 20s that I became immune to it. Because I would take NyQuil to go to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like as a sleep aid. Yeah, that totally makes sense. Well, so with that of wrapping it up, brown skin, I know that you are a Googleologist. A Googleologist. So how can the Tell the Story connect with you besides through Google?
Right. Yeah. I'm on Facebook. My real name is Shannon, so you can catch me on Facebook under Shannon. Under I'll use brown skin because of that's my namesake. For it saved my life, you know what I'm saying? And we'll share that story maybe another day. But that's my hashtag, save my life. But so I use it everywhere. So I'm brown skin on Instagram, TikTok, everywhere. You can catch me on Bigo. That's where I do a lot of my content right now is on Bigo, you know what I'm saying? And my good friend O'Neill is kind of nudging me to, do TikTok and other stuff. So we'll see. We'll see where I'm going. But, that's where I am right now, is mainly on Bigo.
Well, thank you for being on the show. I'm sending you so much light and love, and you're just always just such a pleasant, incredible energy and such a beautiful heart. So thank you for being here. And Jess, I love you down.
I love you too.
And this was a great show, guys. We will see you next week or hear from you next week or whatever it is. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Franz.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.